Hello and welcome to another edition of Droppin Baums with me, your host, Corey Baumeister. As always, brought to you by the lovely folks over at StarCityGames.com. All right, so the bans are in. Oko, Once Upon a Time, and Veil of Summer have got the ban, which means Standard is wide open again, and I could not be happier. You know what? Christmas has come so many times with Standard. Unfortunately, when we've gotten Christmas time coming, which would mean more opportunities for new Standard decks have really come in to just solidify as the best deck. You know, Golos very quickly dominated, got rid of Golos, and then Simic Food came, and it was probably the worst Standard of all time. But now Simic Oko is gone, and I really think this is going to open up to an actually very diverse, very fun Standard metagame. Hopefully I'm not fast forwarding from a month now and be like, okay, now thank God this is banned. Now maybe Standard's good. You know, I hope that's not the case, but we will see. But as of now, I wanted to revisit Green-Black Adventures because I think this deck was already very competitive in a world where Oko was dominating. So now there's a few different tools that we can play, such as like the Great Henge, as well as some modifications that we have, like Fine Finality not really being good in a non-Oko world. I just think Green-Black Adventures is the best deck. It was already pretty close to the best deck. I really love this list. The games are really fun and exciting. I'm not going to spoil any of the matches for you, but feel free to check out the deck tech at the end. Don't check it out, though, if you don't want spoilers. I do talk about the matches over there, as well as go into detail on why I chose every single card. But for now, you all enjoy the games with our brand new Standard format. See you there. All right, and welcome to round one here with Green-Black Adventures. Oh, it feels good to be back on Arena, and it feels good to be back playing Standard. I love Pioneer, don't get me wrong, but Standard is my baby. So let's get going here. I would love to play first. All right, that's a lot of Veraskas here, with definitely both of our copies here, but we're gonna keep this. This is still fine. We have turn one this, with making turn one Heart's Desire and then Lovestruck Beast on 3. Hopefully draw a land for one of our 4 drops here, and this seems fine to me. Those are some sweet sleeves. Okay, so we're gonna go like this, make a 1/1, pass it back. Now what are we playing up against? It's just a whole new world right now. Speaking of Disney Plus taking over these days, it's just a whole new world. That was a terrible joke. Terrible. I'm not proud of myself for that. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Yeah, I like 2 Veraskas because I usually don't want to draw more than 1. You know, it doesn't mean that it isn't good, but an island, we don't see those too often. Definitely did not want another heavy drop here, but Vraska can help sack other stuff to get to Garrick. So we shall see here. Like a forest or an overgrown tomb off the top seems awesome. Okay. Blue-green flash, it looks like. I would think we have a pretty good matchup against that, but we'll see. Ooh, never mind. Who knows what we could be playing against now? It is a completely new Standard here without Oko. Perfect. Perfect draw. All right, we're going to get in there. Hiya. Okay. Let's get the Beast. No real decision this turn. All right, resolves. 5/5s are usually pretty tough for blue-red to deal with here. So a blue-red flash deck, it looks like. Very interesting. Our Veraskas are not going to be that good in this matchup. We'll probably end up siding them out, as well as Garrick. These Planeswalkers are not great against a heavily counterspell deck. Okay, so I don't want to just play Questing Beast, have it get countered, and then I won't be able to attack with the 1/1. I think this is just a Vraska turn. That way, they just have to take a chunk of 5 here right away, or we can resolve something. Okay. Now we can actually still play like a Questing Beast or something. Maybe that is better. They can just go like Opt or something to counter this, so maybe I just want a Vraska and deal with this. Yeah, let's just go with Vraska. Now, we don't have the 1/1, so not being able to attack is a little unfortunate. I think we just deal with this thing while we can. We're just going to lose Vraska to Spectral Sailor, but I think that's okay right now. I didn't want to tick up and sacrifice anything because our opponent could have just had a shock, right? Just attacked and shocked this, or, you know, dealt with this creature and then attacked it. So I think we just use this as a 4-mana removal spell for this. And then Questing Beast next turn. I like the tap land because now they can't threaten drawing a card. Ouch. All right. Ooh, that was a good draw. It was a really good draw. I was going to say, Innkeeper or a Falmir Knight would be like our best draw here, or Lovestruck Beast. We have a lot of X1s here. All right, so now the question is, how aggressive do we want to get? And I don't know the answer to that. We're going to start with Falmir Knight, see if it gets countered. All right, just play this. Kind of have a feeling they do have a counter spell. So with that being the case, I think I would rather play Vraska here and have them deal with that and then get Questing Beast. So, and now if they go to kill this again, then we'll play Questing Beast. Yeah, luckily they have to do it now at the, like, my main phase still. And then we can just get the beast in. Okay, lets it happen. So we'll get in there for 5. Boom. Okay, now we're going to go for a Vraska. Likely getting countered, but, you know, it's not the biggest deal because all we're going to be doing is ticking up here more than likely. Okay, well, we can deal with this Spectral Sailor now as well. But we can do that next turn. So I think we're just going to tick up, not sacrifice anything, and just say, hey, deal with a 6 loyalty Planeswalker. Pass to you. All right. 4 cards in hand, so they definitely will still be having options here. Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, they chose not to do that during combat. Interesting. God, you gotta love these arts. This alternate art is so good. All right, Vraska is at 5. No big deal there. Okay. Now, if we get a land, we're definitely gonna just try to jam Questing Beast in. We did not. So, I think instead we are gonna see if Questing Beast resolves. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong, because now we can't actually Vraska Bone Crusher because Spectral Sailor will just kill this. I think we want to get the Sailor. Now that they only have a couple cards, we're just going to get this out of here and then just block the Giant with Lovestruck Beast, hopefully, to keep Vraska alive. Now, since we had another Queen or another Questing Beast, it's not the biggest deal, but I'm definitely afraid they're... Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not the end of the world. I think it's much worse if they kill Lovestruck Beast and then get to attack. Like, now we still have the biggest creature on the board. They get to, of course, draw another card. But not super concerned. If we can just get a land and go Garrick, I think this is going to be a bit of a GG. Essence Capture, though, so that's unfortunate. Now the question is... what do we want to do? And I think it's actually Order of Midnight, Falmir Knight, and... okay, Alter Fate, Order of Midnight, and our 1/1, our Falmir Knight, just because we can attack. Questing Beast just gets blocked by Bone Crusher, and it's not that good right now. So we're going to do that. Alter Fate, bring this back. We're going to go with a Falmir Knight. We are going to attack. Hiya! And then play a flyer. Oh, I love Order of Midnight. Such a powerful card. Yeah, we don't play the fine finalities like we used to before because I don't think they're as needed. We don't really have to sweep the board as much as we did when there was just Wicked Wolves and the board states with Elks and stuff were just outrageous. So it is definitely a different metagame now without Oko, Thief of Crowns. Oh, and I'm just so hyped this card is banned. It was really, really limiting what we could play in Standard. And Green Black Adventures was a deck that was already pretty good. And fought and kept up with Oko, but now I think it might just be the best deck. So we're gonna find out. Ooh. All right, we need a land. Gadwick is so good right there. Land. Yes. Okay. So now what if we just Garrett kill Bone Crusher Giant and attack with everything? Yes, because then Gadwick has to block. So this is huge. So we'll kill this. That's pretty good too. Get in there. Love Struck Beast has to be blocked. Yes, yes. Now your turn. Now we got 2 great cards in hand. But they do now have 6. Now 5 cards. That's still quite terrifying. All right. Huge turn. I have seen this blue-red deck pick up popularity lately. They play like Brazen Borrower as well. It was becoming quite popular even before the ban. Okay. I do just think it's a little underpowered though. And I would imagine we have a good matchup, but you know, Gadwick's power can definitely really give us problems. But I think either one of our spells now, like they may be able to stay alive with what's on board, but I think either a Questing Beast or a Vivian is just going to throw this over the top. Okay. Exiled. Yeah. On board they live. Okay, well, now I think we go Lovestruck Beast or Heart's Desire plus Questing Beast. If we didn't just draw Lovestruck Beast, I think I was going to go with Vivian, just because we've seen Essence Capture. We haven't really seen Negate or whatever, so it's a higher likelihood that a Questing Beast would not be the better play. But now, since we have 2 creatures we can play, which both essentially equal lethal, then I think this is the better side now. Oh, there's the Negate too. Well, didn't matter. Still had all these QBs. Let's get them. All right. GG. GG onto the sideboarding here. All right. Blue-red. We don't have Veils now, which usually were a great tool. All right. So I think I just want to pressure them as much as possible. I don't like Vraska. Rankle's pretty good. Assassin's Trophy could be pretty good, but it does accelerate them with Gadwick, so that is pretty terrifying. So maybe just one of those. I could see the Cavalier coming in as well, and I could also see some Duresses on the draw. I kind of like a couple of those. Now what to take out? Rankle does die to that Scorch the Flame thing, so maybe we do leave one of them in the board. And Garrick is also just really expensive and isn't a huge payoff, so maybe that's actually worse. I kind of like this. A couple Duresses. You don't want to overdo it because a lot of their spells are also creatures, so there is some fail rate, but I mean, hitting a key removal spell the turn we play Innkeeper, or, you know, hitting an Essence Capture the turn we play a QB, a Questing Beast, or something like that, completely reasonable. I would think what they're going to bring in to combat us is going to be maybe just more removal, taking out some counter spells. Although we are a little bit clunky, we do have a lot of 4-drops and stuff like that, so maybe they really will value that, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Game 2 on the draw. I like their sleeves a lot. Must have been from that Extra Life charity event. Really great cause. This hand's okay. Can't mulligan it, but it's not an all-star or anything. But an Innkeeper in this hand is just insane. Okay. Innkeeper we wouldn't play next turn because it would likely just get destroyed. And we might cast a Fulmir Knight. We might just wait. Oh, never mind. We'll be casting that. Create a 1/1. Now I think we might just Duress here. Just see what they got and then just start casting threats after this. Ionize, so they're going to Cutthroat. Ionize is probably the worst card for us. Because Lovestruck Beast is going to be very hard for them to deal with, so I like taking that. All right, so here we go with a Cutthroat. And now Lovestruck Beast is going to be quite the wall to the Brineborn Cutthroat. Their deck does look like a blast to play. Not to say that ours isn't. Green-Black Adventures has been one of my favorite decks since the printing of Innkeeper, but I'll block. Oh, wait. Yeah, we tacked. Okay, 18. I would assume they just go land go, but yep, Steam Vent tapped. We like that. All right, we're going to attack. Now, if they're considering killing that, we would be completely content because we have plenty of 1/1s in our hand. All right, no Essence Capture, please. That would be quite brutal. Aether Gust. Well, it's not great for us. Think we still put it on top, but yeah, we're gonna take action. Now, next turn, if we wanted to, we could just go Heart's Desire and a bunch of Falmir Knights. Like right now, we're not too afraid of our opponent's hand, depending on what they draw. Okay, now we're gonna get in there. Now we are going to just play Heart's Desire here. Then a couple of Falmir. Opt. Okay. All right, now we're just gonna kind of put up the defenses here. And if they were to deal with my Falmir Knights and attack, we might chump and then just Murderous Rider the Cutthroat. Just to get it out of there, because now it's starting to be bigger than Lovestruck Beast. Yep, so that's what they're trying to do. But they got to deal with both of them. That's a good card. We do want to kill that. If they kill Falmir Knight, we're going to want to deal with Cutthroat, and if they don't, we're going to want to deal with the Sailor, it looks like. Okay, just attacking for 1. Our Falmir Knight plan is working. Innkeeper is very good, but right now we just want to Murderous Rider their creatures and then top deck a land. Yeah, we're just going to destroy this Sailor right now. So they'll get a couple of cards out of this. And this Cutthroat is going to be gigantic. If they ever get like a Flame Sweep or something, we're in trouble. Ooh, they topped? That's not good. I would imagine they would want to top... Oh, God. Okay. That's not good. I did figure they were going to bring in some kind of Flame Sweep effect. Now the question is, do we want to just Questing Beast and think that's good enough? Probably is not. Or we just Murderous Rider and then we could die to so many things. Kind of think we have to. Let's just try to kill it now. Negate and we'll just be dead. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, that didn't go our way. We really needed another land. They had that timely Aether Gust top deck, which really hurt us. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we want, like, Legion's End? I don't want Duress on the play. And the reason for that is I like to just be proactive on the play, and then on the draw, kind of break serve. But Duress is already pretty medium, so now I would rather just have stuff that kills creatures in the main deck. So I think Vraska is pretty good when we're on the play and really bad when we're on the draw. So maybe that's our only change. I like it. Let's do it. All right, we're on the play, so we should be advantaged here, but you never know. This deck looks pretty good. This hand is really nice, though, so we're going to keep this. And we're just going to start with a Temple. Got our one of Garrick to really go over the top. All right. Play a Temple. Do we want another land? I think we're going to be a little greedy and put that on the bottom. We do need a land eventually, but we don't want 2 lands to be underneath that. And then we just get horrifically flooded. And Fabled Passage is not a very good land. We kind of have to play it because our mana base is so strenuous, but it really is not great. All right, let's just get a Paradise Druid going. And now, you know, we drew a land, so I'm very happy we bottomed that, that Fabled Passage. So we really got to be wary of Flame Sweep, though. That's a card I'm very afraid of. So next turn we can go Innkeeper plus Order of Midnight, draw a card. It's pretty solid, and attack for 2. So a pretty decent turn. It does leave us pretty susceptible to a Flame Sweep, unfortunately, but Temple tap. So we do have free reign to kind of do whatever next turn, but okay, that's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Do we want to be vulnerable to a Flame Sweep here, or do we want to be a little bit more conservative and just Murderous Rider? I would think we just want to start getting onto the board here. And if they have it, they have it. And then we can Murderous Rider this. Yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this before we attack, just in case we top deck Fomir Knight. We did not. All right. Now we would love to untap with all of our creatures, because then they're kind of on the back foot, and they got to start dealing with our stuff, and then eventually we can cast a Garrick here. No Flame Sweep. If they're not attacking, they do not have a Flame Sweep. Okay, they might. All right, Order of Midnight cannot block, so don't do it. No! Dang it. Well, let's just kill this before they can draw any cards. Then next turn we can play Murderous Rider and then hopefully resolve a Garrick. I think we're in a bit of a bad spot now, though. We really needed them to not have it there on turn 3. Okay. Just gonna go with the murder. Thank God we bottomed that one land, because we have drawn nothing but. Alright, this could easily just be like a Rouse Outburst kind of thing. Cutthroat. Okay. Rankle. So, if we go Garrick now, next turn... Nope, we can't do that. I was thinking next turn we could go Rankle plus Castle. But that's not right. So, I think we're going to attack with Murderous Rider. If they have just like 2 ops or whatever, we get a little punished here, but I just can't picture them not having a counterspell, but I don't think we can just sit back and not play anything, so well, let's go. Who knows? Maybe it resolves and we just win. I doubt it. Okay. Ionize. We do have the Castle Locked win, so we are incentivized to get rid of our cards. So we can just draw 2 a turn. Okay. Youch. Alright, well. Now we're just going to play Rankle, hope for the best. It's probably going to die to a Rouse Outburst, would be my guess. Brazen Bar, that's not as bad, I suppose. Now next turn we can go Rankle plus Castle. Alright, then we'll say go. Brazen Bar can just block Rankle too, though, so that gets to be a little awkward. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, now we can just cast both of these. That seems pretty strong. Okay, so we're going to go with this first. Now I kind of want to cast this right away. Yeah. So here's our option. We could just attack first and wait for like a Brazen Bar to block Rankle and then cast Vraska. But now if Rankle were to connect, I can say discard a card and then they just discard a card and we don't have any left. So we're going to go for it. Could be like negate and Brazen Bar. That would kind of be a little brutal. Aether Gust. I think we'll take action on that one. Yeah, this card's good. So we're going to attack. Now they could Brazen Borrower and just block Rankle. I think they kind of have to. We get to gain a little bit of life. Now this Cutthroat, of course, is just gigantic right now. So if Vraska doesn't resolve next turn, we probably just have to chump block with Murderous Rider. A pretty high chance they drew Castle. Now, this would be a pretty good spot to just play a Gadwick for 3. They didn't have it. Okay. We are just going to destroy this right now. That was huge. Yes. Okay, we're going to attack. I'm curious what they have now. Like Flame Sweep? I bet they have a Flame Sweep. Okay. Oh, did they just have 2 Flame Sweeps? That's pretty good. But, I mean, that's fine for us. We're at an even board state now, and we have a I mean, they have a castle as well, so it's pretty close at this point, but just no Gadwick. Okay. Ooh, yes. Okay, we're going to go with Heart's Desire. Okay. This is a good game. This is a really good game. One top. What is this, a negate? Ionize? Okay. Innkeeper. Lovestruck Beast. Could just play that as well. I think we do. Murderous Rider. We just kind of went off this turn. All right. Your turn. Now, let's see. Are they going to scry? Okay, so it's got to be like a Gadwick, right? Like, what else would you keep in your hand that you can't cast? It's got to be something powerful like Gadwick. And that's good. Don't get me wrong. But we can, like, Order of Midnight and get back Rankle. Order of Midnight was a great draw. I'm feeling pretty good. That was a good turn. We just started with Lovestruck Beast, Innkeeper, then drew a Murderous Rider into Order, and just casually have 9 power. 2 top? Jeez. Some people's luck. Yep. Just a Gadwick for 0. Interesting. Is this a Pyro Blade or whatever? Bone Crusher Giant? Why wouldn't you Gadwick for 1? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I still think we want to get back Rankle and play it and attack. But we can also get back Order of Midnight and do it twice. Yes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Alter. And now get back Order of Midnight. Alter again. Get back Rankle. Cast Rankle. You're going to attack with these 2. Yep, chump blocks because we'd make them sacrifice anyways. No modes on Rankle. Say go. All right, so they topped this card as well, so it's not a land. All right. Now, we're going to play Innkeeper. Innkeeper. Now we're going to play an Order. Hopefully just draw a bunch of cards. Scry. Okay. Yeah, that's probably not going to work out great for them. They are dead. 2 top. They're just topping everything? All right, well, that was a bit of a weird end to the game. I think our opponent made a couple mistakes there, like Gadwick for 0 when they did not use one of their mana, and then I get Bone Crushering, but, you know, they just didn't use all of their true potential, and we were able to capitalize. This deck is very good at top decking, especially with a castle. We're very good at just drawing like 1 Order of Midnight, and then boom, we just have like 7 extra cards all of a sudden, so that's what we did. The value of Green-Black Adventures is real, and it was really real in that round. Stay tuned for our second round here with Green-Black Adventures. Bye-bye. All right, and welcome back to round 2 here with Green-Black Adventures. Luckily, we're on the play again here, running hot. Definitely would like to go first. This hand's a little awkward because we will have to play Castle first, but this is definitely a keeper. We got our One of Great Henge, which works really well with Lovestruck Beast, so we're going to keep this. All right, we're going to start with Castle, even though we would like to Heart's Desire here. All right, blue-red again. Interesting. I guess blue-red didn't get any of the bans, so maybe it's just really good. That is not what we wanted. We didn't want another top-end card, but should be decent. Okay. Oh, Jeskai Fires, I bet. Could be some Jeskai Fires. All right, so then we definitely want to get the Great Henge down sooner rather than later. That was pretty bad. Now, we just want to play Lovestruck Beast here. Just to hope that we can get the Great Henge down next turn if we top deck a land. Even though it's not really great right away, this card maybe just isn't that good. But I mean, without Oko, it's definitely a lot better, but there's going to be scenarios where it's really good, and there's going to be scenarios where it's not as good. But right now, this can attack. So we really wanted to land there, but what can you do? Now we just have 3 4-drops, and if this Paradise Druid dies, we are just in a huge amount of trouble. Okay, well, that wasn't great. That wasn't great. Yeah, that was a really bad draw. All right, we will take that. Now, I think we're just going to say go. Hopefully get value out of this Murderous Rider. More than likely not, so maybe I should have cast it, but then I'm exposing Paradise Druid, which I do not want to do right now. And I do think our game 1 chances against Jeskai Fires is pretty bad. Yep. Now play a Planeswalker. Just because our removal doesn't line up well against the deck. And if it's the Fae of Wishes part, okay, well, yeah, that is a Planeswalker, but one we can't interact with, unfortunately. All right, that's pretty strong. But now we can Questing Beast and play the Lovestruck Beast side. I think that seems pretty all right. All right. Now we will deal with Teferi. Now, the Great Henge doesn't really seem great so far. But, of course, there is going to be those games where you play a more grindy mid-range fest, like even the Mirror or something, where it's just going to be insane. Okay. Drawn from Dreams. So this must be the Planeswalker version. It's pretty good. Time Wipe or something is what we don't want to see. Yep. All right. Now we just got to go Rankle, draw cards. We're going to do all the modes just because our hand is pretty bad. All right. We'll attack. And I think we're just going to discard the Great Henge. It does not seem very good. All right. Discard, draw. Our Murderous Rider is also not very good, but we just have a lot of dead cards. Game 1, that's why you're going to see when I go to sideboarding. That's why I have so many cards for this matchup, because I do find it to be quite bad. At least game 1. Games 2 and 3, it's really not bad. We get 4 Duress and we get 3 Brontodons, so it gets a lot better. Plus, then we just have a bunch of haste creatures. And we'll see which kind of version it is. If it's the Cavalier version, then, you know, Murderous Rider is actually not dead. So we'll see. We're kind of dead to just a lot of things here. Any 2 spells, it's going to be pretty bad for us, but... Okay. Hi, Niv Mizzet. I guess Niv Mizzet's going to get a lot better with Oko gone. I didn't think about that. Okay. All right. Well, a land for Garrick here would be awesome. Woo! Hello. That's going to be good. Goodbye, Niv Mizzet. All right. Might not be completely out of it yet. Now, next turn, we will have the option to go Questing Beast plus Lovestruck Beast or Murderous Rider. So we should have a good turn. We'll just, depending on how much, or how bad our opponent's turn is here. Didn't crack Fabled Passage. That's kind of interesting. Okay, it is the Cavalier version. This is not that big of a deal unless a red Cavalier comes as well. Then it's really bad. Because then, well, we might just be dead, actually, if a red Cavalier comes. So that'd be 10. Okay. Not as bad. Okay, so... we're going to want to kill this now so we can actually get in some damage. But now we're almost out of gas. So they were already going to get to scry too, so they're pretty high chances of finding something that they're going to want to draw next turn. But not much we can do. We just got to hope we can keep drawing haste threats. That's really how we beat them. So they don't interact too well. They don't interact with us at all on our turn, so we just get, if we just keep drawing haste creatures, eventually you can take them down. And that's why Questing Beast and Rankle are just really powerful. Okay. We love that. That's 4 to the bottom. So they're digging. But even this Bone Crusher Giant is pretty good, which is sad. Oh, Kenrith. That's pretty good. So can draw, gain life, and haste. The black ability is pretty much the worst one, but the worst one for us. Returning whatever creature they have is so good. So they can go haste and then just gain a bunch of life and put us out of range. So I think we're at 0% to win at this point. We're not gonna give up quite yet, but this is not looking good. We're gonna go with the Temple. Innkeeper. It's not bad. All right, we're gonna go like this, and then we'll just castle. And then say go. We can castle later. We already played a land, so we can castle at their turn. Now, they might just gain 10 life. Or draw a card. Yep. Yep, just making sure they get out of range. Alright, so what kind of combination of cards do we need to stay alive here? Alright, we'll take that. Okay. Teferi's okay. Okay. Oh, I should have castled in response. Would have saved myself a damage. Not too likely to matter, but that definitely was wrong. Alright, draw a card. Okay. Yeah, our Thrashing Brontodons are going to be very good. Alright, so we can go like this. We'll play Lovestruck Beast. Yep, that's game. We'll pack it in. Alright, now we get to bring in the hate. So with all these pretty solid creatures, though, it does make me want to keep in some Murderous Riders. So definitely want this. I want Rankle. I want Thrashing Brontodon. I want Assassin's Trophy. Vraska's really bad. Great Henge is bad. Murderous Rider is pretty bad. And Garrick is okay. Kind of hard for them to deal with, but it really isn't great. And then Paradise Druid is also not super powerful. So I think we're going to take a couple of these out and maybe one Garrick. I think something like this looks good. Max Disruption. Yeah, because I like keeping Vivian in. It is a way to kill some of these creatures when you have Death Touch, as well as can be an aggressive element. So I think we'll try something like this. All right. So we're going to be on the play. All right. Not terrible. Not terrible. We're going to keep this. Now, what to start with? I don't really want to duress right away. I kind of want to just do nothing. Yeah, we're going to do nothing to see what we draw here. Scry to the bottom. Okay, pretty solid draw. So now we're for sure going to use this Lovestruck. And then I think we're going to duress. Because next turn I would like to just play Profane Insight. And then, or play Lovestruck Beast. So yeah, we're going to duress and see what's up. Clarion, Teferi. I think we would like to... I think I want to take care of the Teferi. So we only have to deal with one of them. All right, Heart's Desire, and then we'll say go. Now we're able to Love Struck next turn, and then it'll likely get bounced with Teferi, but then we can kill it back, as well as even get a Vivian on board. Okay, another Love Struck Beast. I would anticipate a Teferi here, but actually they don't even have... I was going to say they wouldn't have a land with what we've seen that they could even cast it, but they drew an island. Okay. Killing the token makes sense. So now they have another Clarion, but we are just going to Heart's Desire. And unfortunately, we do have to attack Teferi because they could tick up an instant speed Clarion us, and then we won't be able to attack next turn. So it does suck to have to do this, but do what you gotta do. All right, and now we're just like pretty close to threatening lethal if we put in another Love Struck Beast here. Now they might think, yeah, if I Clarion away this human, I might be able to shut down the Love Struck Beast. That won't work. So right now we have 11 damage. This could be 13. Okay, Narset. A time wipe is what we don't want to see here. There's fires. Okay, so what's the best plan of attack? Think we have to kill Narset. So we probably just want a Vivian. Tick up on the other Love Struck Beast. And then we'll have lethal next turn. Alright, so both to 1. Alright, so these two are going upstairs, and this one's taking down Narset. Alright, so now if they do go fires into Cavalier, can we still win? I believe so. Yes, we definitely can. So no real need to put anything more out there, because Time Wipe is really the only thing that that'll get us here. Okay, no time. Well, it could still be a Time Wipe. Yep. Fires into Time Wipe is pretty bad for us. Okay. Or they're just Clarioning and hoping for the best. Ah. Okay. Alright, so we got a Duress. Alright, so we could Duress away the Clarion here. Alright, just 2 Cavaliers. Dang, they get to play both of them. That's pretty scary. We can play Fulmir Knight next turn and try to deal with it. Yeah, I think we're just going to go Heart's Desire and play this. And now, I mean, we could choose a card from outside. That's not great. We'll just pump this. We'll say go. We're in trouble now. They drew exactly what they needed for quite a few turns in a row, I have to say. I thought for sure we were going to win this game. But this is not looking great. So they'll probably discard 2 cards that isn't the Cavalier. Yep. Just 1 land. It's definitely not over yet, but we are probably behind now. So if they go Cavalier of Flame again, they could give them both haste, and they would be 8/5s attacking Vivian. We could chump 1 and then trade with the other. And then Fulmir Knight could be played and kill the other one. So we can deal with both Cavaliers, but they're just drawing a bunch of cards now. Discards 2. Alright. Okay, well, we want to keep Vivian alive. So we're going to block like this. Okay. So they are going to be able to kill Vivian if we go to kill Cavalier, unfortunately. So we can go Profane Insight. Yeah, we're going to have to. Profane Insight. See what we can draw. Alright, so we'll play both We'll trade our Vivian for their Cavalier and hope that they drew some bricks. All right. Now, unfortunately, this deals 2 to our Vivian. Let's hope their 2 cards are bricks, but they do have the castle as well, so they get to manipulate during their upkeep if they want. They chose not to. Oh, wow. Nothing, huh? Okay, well, we drew a brick as well, but it's pretty nice. Dang it. Okay, at least we don't have to draw the land. We'll say go. Now they can look at the top 4 cards to find a good one. Let's see if they stop during their draw step. Looks like it. Good play on our opponent's part. Yeah, they found one. They found one they liked. Probably a Cavalier. Either one is very good right now. Yep. So it gets to draw 3, likely put away. They probably had 3 lands in hand or something, or another fires. There's reasons to not play land from that deck because of all the Cavaliers. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Garrick. Ooh, Rankle. That does nothing. I guess we play it in case we top deck a removal spell, but yeah, we're in trouble. No attacks. All right. Yeah, I don't see too many scenarios where we get out of this one. Yep, I'll take it. Could be a time wipe and then just replay Cavalier. That would punish us a little bit for playing it. That's not that bad. Oh, wow. Okay. Not a bad draw, but we can deal with both creatures, I guess. Maybe they don't block. Pretty solid block on our opponent's part. Now we're just 1 wrinkle away. We definitely need to draw a card, I think. Discard, draw a card, and sacrifice. I think we got to do all the modes. Okay. Fulmir Knight. We haven't played a land yet, so I think we do want to Profane Insight. And now we're just on the hunt for one of our 4 drops, and maybe it'll be enough. 1 top, that's not great. And drew the wrong land. Not that this was going to be insane or anything, but, I mean, it would stop a Cavalier of Flames. The Cavalier of Flames would actually kill us anyways. Just because there's that many lands in the yard. 1 top, 1 bottom. Can't imagine that 1 card doesn't kill us. Okay. That bricks Rankle and Questing Beast, unfortunately. And do they have the Cavalier of Flames to finish us off? Okay. I thought they were going to bounce us. I was like, okay, we got a chance then. All right, we're going to do this again. Profane Insight. Now we are just dead to this hit, but not much we can do. Dang it! Guess we can Rankle to block, but no, they can bounce it. Yeah, we lose. GG. Boo. Okay, well, that is a little bit of a tough matchup. They did draw pretty well. Just like that time wipe was really timely. No pun intended. Even the island on turn 3, just to be able to play Teferi and bounce Lovestruck Beast, was really huge. So, didn't go our way this time. We're going to try to salvage and get a 2-1 from this dropping bombs. So, stay tuned for our 3rd and final round. See ya. And welcome to our 3rd and final round here with Green-Black Adventures. Okay, so we are on the draw here. This hand is a keeper, though. We can Fabled Passage turn 1 for a forest, and then have Paradise Druid on 2. Maybe get Questing Beast on turn 3. It's a keeper. It's not anything fantastic, but yeah, we're for sure going to snap this off. All right, let's see what our third round opponent is playing. All right. Red, mono red? Okay, okay. I guess mono red was held down by Oko a lot as well, so this could be, that was a great draw as well, though. Innkeeper into Fulmir Knight next turn might be just as good as Paradise Druid, if not better. Well, I'm glad we got our Legion's End. Glad we have our Legion's End in the board. That's going to be very important here. Unfortunately, the Falmere Knights don't block this very well. So we shall see what we do here. Yeah, I think I just want to go Innkeeper plus Falmere Knight just to draw a card. And then just get Murderous Rider down. Okay, not bad. Now these Javier Dominguez are going to kind of take us down for a while. Having to take 2 to play Murderous Rider is a little unfortunate since we're going to 11 here. No blocks. Okay. Pretty good against Murderous Rider, unfortunately. Well, nothing we can do but just, well, we can attack this. Yeah, that doesn't seem great. We're just going to play this. I don't have high hopes for this game. Tybalt is very good against us. All right, no Torben, please. Yep. Torben would be so bad for us. Okay, not as bad. Okay. Kind of want to just block here and take 3. Or chump as well with the Falmere Knight. I think we're just going to block here and hope for the best. Okay. It's quite strong. I think we really just want to land for Questing Beast here. No such luck. I guess we just play Murderous Rider. Not looking great. Yeah, top of the deck was not very kind to us this game. I don't think we're dead on board, but we're definitely not too far away from it. Okay. All right, well, we get to have Murderous Rider block a Fervent Champion, Falmere Knight here, and then I guess block one of these. If we block one here, the Murderous Rider does die anyways. So I think I'm just going to chump. Or I don't block at all and take 4. Yeah, let's try this. We're dead to like any burn spell anyways, so we got to play like they just have nothing. And I think the highest upside is us leaving an Innkeeper with that being the case. Okay. They could have just Bone Crusher Gianted us there. I think they're just trying to flex on us. Okay, so now we need to draw an untapped land, I believe. An untapped swamp. Don't need that. If we attack this, then we can gain life and block here. Nope, we are just dead. Yeah, okay. Well, we drew pretty bad there. But we got a lot of good removal spells in the board here to help us out. So Massacre Girl's pretty good, and Legion's End is excellent, as well as Cavalier. Could do Brontodon as well if they might have Experimental Frenzy. This is a matchup where the Great Henge is pretty awesome. Garrick's a little too expensive. Rankle is quite bad. Questing Beast is quite strong, though. And Vraska is pretty weak as well, but so is Vivian. So, actually, I think Vraska's a little better than Vivian. And maybe they're both just bad enough where I should have all Brontodons. Let's see. We usually don't have a lot of time for Order of Midnight. I like cutting one of those as well. And I am going to keep Vraska. I think Vraska could be quite strong. So maybe just one Paradise Druid and we'll call it good on this. I think this seems pretty sweet. All right. Game 2 against Mono Red. We need to win this one, or we 1-2. Haven't won 2 to Droppin Bomb in a while, but you know, it happened. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're gonna keep this. Lovestruck Beast is an excellent card against him. Really excellent. It's just too big. Just too big, plain and simple. Okay, looks like we got a mulligan. All right. We'll get a 1-1 down. Say go. the champion, Javier Dominguez. No blocks. Okay, we're just going to do another 1-1 here. This into play tapped. We may double block. Nah, we're not going to block. So we'll just say go, and then we'll have to take 2, and then we'll just start playing 5/5s. Now I really wish I would have left it back. That would have been great. Okay. Oh, that's a great one, too. Get the beast. Then we'll get in there. Now we can, next turn, either play Questing Beast or just another Love Struck. It's probably just Love Struck. Just to make sure we don't have to take 2 from Overgrown Tomb, but we'll play it by ear. All right, Love Struck Beast is just a roadblock here. At least that's what we're hoping. They could have Slaying Fire, and then the first strike damage plus Slaying Fire does get us. But we'll still block for sure. Okay. All right, now we can go Questing Beast because we're not taking damage. That's probably best. All right, then we'll attack for 9. We're going to get aggressive. We just want to end this game before, like, Torben comes into play. Attack for 9. Torben is so much damage right now, though. 9. Yeah, it would be pretty bad. Sure. We're cool with that. Now, if they play Bone Crusher, we're okay with still attacking with Questing Beast because we do have Order of Midnight. Yep, completely fine. All right. Now we're going to get in there. Hiya! Now we get a nice little play here. Now we can either go Love Struck Beast and play Order of Midnight. We could go Bronson and play Order. What we're going to do is we're going to alter Fate off Order of Midnight and play Love Struck Beast. We still get a giant creature into play, and now we're setting up our next turn quite nicely. Come back, Questing Beast, and your turn. And now they're at 3. They need an answer to Questing Beast in our hand, as well as our board is just way bigger. This should be a pretty trivial game from here. All right, game 3 for all the marbles. Anything we want to do differently? Vraska on the draw is a little bit worse, but I still think it's okay. I think we just want to keep it like this. I could see Assassin's Trophy being okay. Just having to kill some of their threats. All right, let's do that. So, Order of Midnight and Vraska are both pretty bad, but I think Vraska on the draw is just a little bit worse. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I should just take one of each out. Yeah, let's do that. When in doubt, take one of each out. Giving mono red an extra land is usually not that big of a consequence when it means killing a Torben at instant speed. So we're completely okay with Assassin's Trophy here. All right. One card we really want in our opener is Legion's End. Ugh, this hand is pretty bad. 3 forests? I don't think we can keep this. We're gonna mulligan. Sounds a little better. It's not great. We'll keep. We want our Love Strucks. Probably want Brontodon. Probably want Innkeeper. I think we're just gonna get rid of our Massacre Girl here. Okay. Now we'd love an untapped green. No such luck. So we're just gonna go with Temple. Order of Midnight. I don't think we need that right now. Send that to the bottom. Okay, 18. No Runaway Steamkin is huge. Now I think we just want to get a Heart's Desire here. And we'll happily block if given the opportunity. It's pretty good. But now getting to play a Love Struck Beast next turn will also be a nice just road block. Yep, pretty strong. We'll sacrifice this. Get another green. Now, we don't have the luxury of getting value off Innkeeper immediately with this because we really just need the 5/5 body here. So we'll do this. Now, next turn we can go Innkeeper plus Love Struck Beast, and that will be pretty strong. But if they go like land Torben, we might just have to Murderous Rider. I think we're sitting in an okay spot right now. Nothing insanely great. We just want our opponent to fight the good fight and try to like burn out our Lovestruck Beasts and like spend the turn 2-for-1ing themselves essentially. Okay. I mean, I just want to soak up damage. Sure. Still a solid kind of 2-for-1. Yep. It's pretty good. Now, do we just want to go Innkeeper plus Lovestruck Beast? Probably. All right, we'll get that in play. Draw a card. All right, now we just say, okay, beat it again. Now, if they attack with Rimrock Knight, I may not block because there could just be another Rimrock Knight. And maybe my Legion's End could really just be the All-Star. Yep. Okay. I think we just want to start getting our Lifelinkers down and try to win that way. Yeah, let's do that. Just Murderous Rider here. It can't attack into Bone Crusher Giant that well, so that is a little unfortunate, but we can just try to kill it. Now, if they have Torben, you know, then we'll probably have to kill it with this one next. Okay. Then just unblockable. Nope, okay. All right. Well, we can Murderous Rider this. But then if they do have Torben, we're just in a lot of trouble. I don't think we can risk that. I think we just go Brontodon. Or double Paradise Druid. I think I kind of want to go double Paradise Druid here. They block pretty well if they do have Torben. Like, I get to kill Spitter and Rimrock and have blocked for this. So it's actually not even that bad. Okay, we're going to do that. Legion then I'm kind of waiting on to see if I can get a little bit more value. AKA just like they play another Scorch Spitter or something like that. All right, 2 cards left. We're at a healthy life total though, so that's pretty good. We just need to keep playing. There it is. Okay. Now Torben can kill a lot of things. Just for one. I think I might just block with 2 Paradise Druids then. Maybe just Lovestruck. So I'm going to be taking 3 here. Ooh, I think I got a good block here. How about this? They're still probably going to want to kill Lovestruck, but we'll get some life out of the deal. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, wait. So they can deal... No, that could have been really bad. They would have killed both creatures with Torben. Yeah, that would have been bad. All right, so we'll just do this. Ouch. Okay. Now I think I want to Murderous Rider Torben. Or Swift Ended, I should say. Let's kill this. And now I kind of just want to play it and then attack with Murderous Rider. Yeah, I think it's a little greedy to attack with the Murderous Rider. But I do like playing the other one. And then just Overgrown Tomb tapped and say go. Alright. Another Torben now, and we're probably in a lot of trouble. We actually have the answer to that. That one's not as bad. Okay. Alright, now we get to kind of do a nice block here. We gain some life out of this combat step. Alright. Castle. Not the worst. So I think I am just going to Legion's End this. Or I Legion's End the Spitter. I don't think they would have either in their hand. But we could attack for 6 and destroy this. Tin Street Dodger is more annoying, but it does deal less damage. Alright, we're going to get the Spitter so we can attack. Alright, just a Mountain in hand. We'll play Brontodon, sack Brontodon. Submit. All right, now we're going to get aggressive. Do our best here. We got a castle to gain us a little bit of card advantage. And hopefully they had another land on top. That would make a lot of sense. But it could also be a 4-drop or something. No castle is terrifying. Oh, they could have cast that, I feel. All right. Okay. That shut down our attacks. Ooh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, well, I am going to attack with Questing Beast and Murderous Rider. That was a great draw. Now, what we're saying here is trade Runaway Steamkin for a Murderous Rider, but I'm okay with that. All right, our opponent. Okay, now they go to 6. And now we can castle as well at their end step. Starting to look good. But any huge draw like any of their 4-drops and we got a game again. Their castle is pretty good, but our castle is a little bit better with us at this high of a life total. Ooh. So can they activate both of those? Yes, they can. Okay. Draw a card. Oh. Oh, yes, that was great. Wow. Okay. Now, how do we want to approach this? So this only pumps the power, so we can still attack. Oh, this will be first strike, so I can't actually attack with anything but Questing Beast. But I will attack with Questing Beast here. Yep. So now they can kill Questing Beast if they want to. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Now we're gonna, I think we just bring it back. Bring back Questing Beast. And now we have Innkeeper plus Order of Midnight. Or we just play Questing Beast. All right. They're just like, nope, can't beat that. Our draws were pretty good there right at the end. So, all right, we got the 2-1. I was a little afraid since we got annihilated by Mono Red game 1, but we were able to come back, close it out for a very respectable 2-1. The new standard format is pretty wide open again. So we played against 3 different decks. I did some play testing beforehand, played against 3 other different decks. Standard is back, baby. It is super fun again. And let's go to the deck tech and we'll talk a little bit more about why I chose all these cards in this deck, okay? See you there. And welcome to the deck tech, everyone. Okay, well, new standard is back. Oko, Once Upon a Time, and Veil being gone has really opened up what we can play. Not every single match is just green ramp into Hydroid Crisis, into Oko, you know. It was stale. You know, we are all very sick of it, but it is really good now. Standard is back. And let me talk to you about why I chose these cards in Green Black Adventures. So Green Black Adventures, for any of you who have watched my stream, have checked out my YouTube channel, have watched Droppin Baums, have watched Versus Live, any of those things, I have expressed how much I love Green Black Adventures. It has very powerful cards, and it has a lot of inevitability, which is just a very strong combo in this new standard metagame. So I naturally was gravitated right back to this deck with the ban of these very powerful cards. And we have certain cards that I may have not loved in the past, but I think they are a lot better now. So let's start with the 1-drops. Innkeeper is the reason to play the deck. It is, it's the best card in the deck. It's your card advantage spell. Oops, I just accidentally exited out one. There are 4. It's your card advantage spell. It's cheap. It combos with the rest of your deck. It just does it all. Falmir Knight is awesome as well. You're going like turn 2 Innkeeper into Falmir Knight. Draw a card is very powerful. Falmir Knight also combos quite well with Vivian Arcbow Ranger, just where you can deal death touch damage to creature or planeswalkers. It doesn't work the way you want with planeswalkers, but still a very strong card here. For Paradise Druid, since we have so many 4s, I mean, we have, 9 4s in this? Your best draws are playing Innkeeper into Falmir Knight, into Lovestruck Beast, you know, doing the adventure plan. But your second best draw is Paradise Druid into a 4-drop. That is still a very strong way to start your game and really tough for a lot of decks, especially if they're on the draw, to have a Questing Beast or a Rankle or even one of our Planeswalkers staring them down as they untap for their third turn. And then we have 3 Order of Midnight. Before the ban, I was leaning on Find Finality and Order of Midnight. I don't think Find Finality is really as necessary, nor as good. There's going to be a lot more control decks. There's going to be a lot more like Fire of Invention decks. Basically where the finality part is going to be dead too many times. So I decided to leave those away. Order of Midnight, at worst, is still a 2-mana 2/2 flyer. And in this metagame, flying is still very, very strong. That's the main reason why Rankle is still good. And then we go to our 3-drops. Our 3-drops are insanely powerful adventure creatures. Lovestruck Beast and Murderous Rider. Murderous Rider is our only true removal spell in the deck. And Murderous Rider, I think, has only gotten better with the Oko ban. Like, it was okay, but Veil of Summer was the main thing that made Murderous Rider kind of a liability sometimes, because not only would they counter draw, they would also fizzle the other half of it. Like, Veil was such a blowout to Murderous Rider. Lovestruck Beast is just super powerful. Any like mono red deck like we saw in round 3 here, if you just play out 3 mana 5/5, they have to 2-for-1 themselves every single time. And then you just bring it back with Order of Midnight later. Lovestruck Beast also enables our one of Great Henge pretty nicely. You can go Lovestruck Beast into the Great Henge and boom, there you go. Turn 4, you got a Great Henge. Then we'll talk about the 4-drops, because this is the most powerful stuff in the deck here. I'll explain why I have these specific numbers. I think Rankle is good, but I do think it didn't really get any help from the bans. Like, I think it was just already pretty good against Oko, against Veil, stuff like that. And I think some of the decks that are gonna pop up to answer certain decks, Rankle is not as good. There's still going to be the cat food decks around too, where Rankle is pretty medium. So I chose 2 Rankle in the main and then 1 Rankle in the sideboard as a utility for Vivian. Now you can -5, go get your 3rd Rankle, have a haste threat, which up against kind of control decks, or, you know, just a lot of different scenarios. Rankle is really good to be able to search for with Vivian. 3 Questing Beast. I think Questing Beast is awesome. I think there's going to be a lot of Planeswalker decks that are going to pop up, whether or not they're Fires of Invention, Esper Control, who knows? You know, it's day 1 right now. When I was recording this, the bans happened earlier today. So who really knows exactly what's going to happen? And I know we have a Twitch Rivals tournament here. By the time this video comes out, we'll be able to have a little bit more of a accurate depiction of what Standard's going to look like. But for now, I just really think Questing Beast is going to be still very powerful. I went with the 2/2 split on Vivian and Vraska, not because I'm not sure which one's better. I do think Vivian's better, but I think Planeswalker diversity is a very important part of Standard right now. So I really like the 2/2/2 split of Garruk, Vivian, and Vraska. Garruk is just the over-the-top effect that you can be doing. It's one of the best cards in the format. It just hasn't really had a home, but hoping that new Standard will bring it back. Speaking of cards that hasn't had a home, the Great Henge has just been a great elk for so often. Now, after playing the matches, I'm not necessarily sold on this card. It was never very good. So I could see cutting this for something else. Thinking off the top of my head, I would probably put a Nissa, like 1 Nissa, if you don't like the Great Henge. But I haven't played enough games with it to say that I definitively dislike it or I definitively like it. So as of now, this is what I would do. And then we'll take a look at the mana base here. I added a land because I think I'm playing a little bit more 4-drops than I was in the past, as well as I have 2 Castle Lock Twins, so I just want to draw more lands. So 25, I think, is the correct land. Fabled Passage is a land that I really, really, really hate, but I think it's a necessary evil when you have, like, Vivian in your deck and Murderous Rider. Like, this is a very mana-intensive deck, and I really wanted to be able to just make sure I can cast my spells, even though Fabled Passage may kind of hurt me in some subsets of games. Let's head over onto the sideboard. So for Duress, I think this is going to be a staple moving forward in a Veil-free world. Duress is just really good at dealing with like Temur Reclamation, which I think is a pretty bad matchup, as well as Fires of Invention, Planeswalker decks, or Esper Control. So 4 of them, stock. I don't think we should touch that. Then I got some extra removal, 2 Legion's End, 2 Assassin's Trophy, 4 very different matchups. Legion's End is pretty good against these hyper-aggressive decks, maybe green-white tokens. They was good against mono red here, but I definitely don't think it's worth it in the main. And 1 2-mana removal spell you're not seeing is Noxious Grasp. That was a 4 of main deck no matter what, but I don't think, for sure it shouldn't be main deck, because there's too many wide variety of standard decks now, at least as far as I've seen. But I just don't think there's that many green-black decks. Like, it's not even, I wouldn't bring in Noxious Grasp against green-black adventures, and I think this is going to be the most prevalent green deck moving forward. So with that being the case, I just don't think they're needed right now. Of course, if the metagame shifts to, you know, a lot of the Jund 5-drop, you know, like if that's being played a lot, then we'll reintroduce that card to the sideboard. Assassin's Trophy is a good, well-rounded removal spell that's good against like Wilderness Reclamation, Fires of Invention, as well as even mono red. The only thing it's not very good against is like, you know, cat food decks where you don't really want to ramp them because they will generate enough value. And that's why I don't have it in the main, because there's plenty of matchups where I just do not want to ramp my opponent. All right, and then we got 3 Thrashing Brontodons. Brontodon is really for Wilderness Reclamation and Fires of Invention. That's it. 1 Rankle. When we're on the play, I bring this in a lot in any matchups where the abilities are good. We have 1 Cavalier at Night. You bring it in some kind of games, but mostly it's a tutor effect for Vivian. But anytime just a 5-mana lifelinker is good. I mean, the Cavaliers were really bad because of Oko, but expect a comeback of these Cavaliers. They are all very powerful, and they're not Cavaliers of Elks anymore, so they will be better now. And then 2 Massacre Girls for creatures that are trying to go wide against us. All right, everybody, Standard is back. So I am back for dropping bombs on Arena. I could not be happier to be bringing Standard content on, you know, the best platform, which is MTG Arena. So expect more Standard content moving forward. I, of course, will dabble in some Pioneer, maybe Modern, something like that, if the week calls for it. But you best believe I'm playing Standard for a while. So thank you so much for watching this week's Droppin' Bomb, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.